So let's just kind of get to it and see what's come in. That sounded cavalier, didn't it? I appreciate the idea that you people would send me anything, much less the awesome and useful and sort of innovative things and worthwhile information and connections with your life that show up on my desk. Well, it's been about a month and a half since Nate was up here filming. And in that month and a half, Thanksgiving happened and Christmas is coming, and you know, it's the midwinter frenzy. And we've got some mail. Some cool things came in, and we have had a couple of real adventures, one of which being the Good of the Land Festival down in Texas. Man, did we have a good time there. So anyhow, we've got some stuff to show you. The wide assortment of things that come and the tokens of the reality of your lives is inspiring and motivating, and it's a real payday, okay, to open these things up and get a window into your lives and the things that are important to you and our interactions. The first thing that I just have to bring right out onto center stage is these beautiful things. They've come to us from Conrads Confectionery. Dear Scott, just discovered your YouTube channel. It's amazing. I want to say thanks with some Thanksgiving leftovers. I'm a third-generation confectioner in Westwood, New Jersey. Third generation. That means his dad and his granddad were making these beautiful things. Thanks so much, and sincerely, JJ. And Merry Christmas. Let's get a close look at one of these things. Look at that. A faithful representation of a turkey gobbler, complete with a little derby. Got the wattle running down his beak. Wow. Ah, good chocolate. Man, JJ, thanks a million. Oh, so there's milk chocolate. There's milk. Okay, one of each. We got 2 dark and 2 milk chocolate Tom turkeys. Happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas. Look at that thing. All puffed up. Wow. So these wild turkeys, by the way, are kind of a growing nuisance around here in Oregon. When I was growing up here, they were scarce, and then the Department of Fish and Wildlife stocked a variety, I think, out of Texas, and they've just proliferated, and now they're everywhere, and it's great, I guess. All right, and there's regular candy, too. I wonder if this... Andrew sent us a t-shirt. A no-nonsense, get-her-done kind of t-shirt. A Camarata, property maintenance, and a picture of the storage container castle on the back with the youtube.com/c/Andrew Camarata. You want to see some thrashing? Check out Andrew Camarata. I hope you don't tear that bar in half, son. All right, now one of the most exciting things that I've done in a long time was go to Lindale, Texas 2 or 3 weeks ago to the Good of the Land Festival, and we came back with some cool stuff. There's a young man down there named Charles who was doing some forging. He's part of the park there, part of the museum, and he's a good young blacksmith, and he interacts with the public, and that's a nice little element. I'm going to copy that, Charles. Thanks for being so welcoming. I think he said he was a 5th-generation Texan, still on the original homestead. So it's not going with the stickers exactly, because it's not a sticker exactly, but it's a fine representation of taking a common object, a horseshoe, and with 1, 2, 3, 5 fullers and about 20 chisel cuts and 4 eye punches in the right spot, you get a graceful, you know, just gotta love blacksmithing. Good job, Charles. Nice to meet you. So down there at that festival, which was terrific, Eric from Handtool Rescue was there. Look at that dynamite thing. He's developed these. He's sort of reproduced these. This was sort of the original crescent wrench idea. I don't know who the original manufacturer was, but he's improved it. It's beautifully kind of the knurling and the machining and the font on his name, Handtool Rescue. He was very gracious. We had a lot of good conversations. So part of the great time in Texas was meeting these other YouTubers. And Eric from Handtool Rescue, he was a kindred spirit, especially with Nate. He and Nate just hit it off. They had a lot of good conversation about the business aspect of YouTube and what in the world are we doing on the internet anyway, and what does it mean, and how do you survive it? And then the other guys that we met, just fascinating, interesting, friendly people. It was, we had a great time. We hope to go back. Here's some other stickers and things we got from people. You know, one of the original Don't Mess with Text. Anyhow, we're going to put all this stuff up. We got business cards from interesting people, and these are just tangible reminders of being welcome to Texas in a way that we hadn't expected, and boy, did we enjoy it. All right, we got a letter and some stickers, actually magnetic stickers, from the Super Wrench Garage. And a nice letter, really nice, from Matthew Balch. And he's got a bunch of questions here pertaining to YouTube and a YouTube channel and what it's been like. And those are great questions, Matthew. And you know, here's what we're interested in knowing. We're interested in knowing whether or not you guys would like for us to spend any time talking about YouTube. We know why you're here, and it's for craftsmanship, it's for work and productivity. And we kind of hesitate to run too far out of that track. That's one of the reasons that Nate's kind of hesitant to put himself in front of the camera. He's just sure that people don't care about Nate. I'm not so sure of that. But these are great questions about YouTube and what it takes. And he's asking these questions because he's got a channel. And it is the Super Wrench Garage. And we looked at it, and man, he's been working hard. He's got 50 or 60 videos. We haven't watched the videos, but he doesn't have a lot of subscribers, but he's been working. And he has some questions about how do you know when you're making headway. Let me throw this out there. We really don't know anything about YouTube, but we know a lot about what our experience has been on YouTube. So if that's interesting, you guys let us know, because we don't want to run too far out of our lane unless there's an interest. And then I guess our lane broadens, or we start another channel, or I don't know. But hang in there, man. You're doing something worthwhile. You're working hard, and that sometimes is its own reward. From Mike Ray, Columbiana, Alabama. He has a YouTube channel too, Practical Metal. Practical Metal. Now that's a fine title for a YouTube channel. Looks like the boy's a welder. Anybody who will hang out a shingle and go to work as a fabricator's got my respect. So keep it up, Mike. Thanks for the nice words. And I wear Carhartt double front logger dungarees, and they'll work just as great for a fabricator as they do for a blacksmith and a contractor and a logger. They're the best work pants for my money. A cool letter from Mark Terlowski, Akron, Ohio, and he's tangled up with a big do-it-yourself remodel. He says, I do a bit of do-it-yourself work myself. My house can use, and he's got this long list of things that his house needs. And he's wondering, you know, nothing's unsafe, but what of these do I get to first? Do I start at the top of the house and work to the bottom? Do I do the windows before I do the siding? Do I do the roof before I do the gutter? And he's got these good questions. And here's my answer, man, okay? I don't know if you're married or not, but if you're married, you simply ask your wife and determine which is highest on her priority list and do that thing. The next one is a beautiful card in a nicely decorated envelope from John and Emily Treadway. Here's John with his beautiful little girl. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Thanks for the support. A year ago, we released that How to Be More Productive video. And the next day came a comment from Nick Pelletier of appreciation for the video and an expression of gratitude because the same day his little girl Evelyn, their little girl Evelyn, was born. And he saw a connection and he liked it. And he was riding the crest of the wave. And then a little bit ago came 2 or 3 months ago, came an email that was different. His little girl had cancer, nasty cancer. There was some question about insurance coverage because of the rarity of the cancer, but the insurance company's now online, but they still have weeks of travel and states to drive back and forth to, and he's the real deal. He works, he makes, he's committed. And it's my pleasure to let you know that their GoFundMe account is available if you are the kind of person who's looking for some real good to do this Christmas season. So there's a link to his GoFundMe page in the notes to the video. If you would like to do it, you know what to do. Merry Christmas.